Hey everyone, how you doing today? This is Rick here at 5 Star Processing, and today we're going to go over how to get your merchant service account set up for the credit repair industry. I look forward to helping you guys get going. We're going to talk about rates, required documents, really how to get started. I do like to make sure that this class is interactive. If I'm taking time out of your day to be here, I want to make sure it's fun for everyone. So let's get started. All right. So the reason why we do this is we want to make sure that we provide you guys the proper education, create transparency, and to get you up and running quickly. The question is, why do you guys think credit repair itself is considered high risk? What makes it a high risk business in our industry type? Any ideas?
Documentation.
All right. Does anyone else have any ideas? Thank you so much. Anyone else have any ideas? Why it would be considered high risk in our industry? And you can also use the chat service. All right, so I'll just go over it. We got someone, I don't know. Perfect. So, and here's my rules real quick. Because this is a group setting, if one person doesn't know, I make sure I explain it to everyone just to make sure we're all on the same page. So again, if you're going through this process and you don't know something, please do speak up. So credit repair itself is considered high risk. I always say it's not you, it's them. It's the nature of the business that you're in. So you might get someone's credit score to 699, but it's not 700. Or, they got their credit fixed just to buy a house or buy a car, and they don't get approved, and they call their bank and dispute the transaction, and they blame you for it. And then also the industry itself just unfortunately has a bad stigma. There's people that promise the world, we'll get you an 800 credit score in less than 30 days, and we'll give you a car, and we'll give you some bag of popcorn, and then nothing ever comes to fruition. So that does create high chargebacks. Now that being said, do we know what a chargeback is? If you don't know what a chargeback is, you can drop a 1 in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. Anyone else? All right. So what I don't remember. Perfect. So I'll go over now. What a chargeback is when someone calls their bank and disputes the transaction. They can dispute it for anything. So service is not rendered. Maybe you got the service and you weren't happy with it. It could be fraud. Maybe you ordered a Ninja blender, all of a sudden you got a Samurai blender, so something completely wrong. So there's a variety of ways to dispute transactions. Now, what helps you win chargebacks is making sure you have the proper paperwork and you're also set up correctly. So here's the thing: if you're set up with PayPal, Stripe, Square, and you had a chargeback, not only would you lose your chargeback, but you also lose your merchant service account, because these businesses are not designed for high risk businesses like credit repair. Additionally, the nice thing about you going with a place like 5 Star Processing, you do have the opportunity to win your chargebacks, because we do work with high risk businesses like credit repair. So here's my tip with chargebacks. I'm going to give you some ways to, as I promised, we're not only going to get your merchant account set up, we're also going to provide you some cool education. So here's a way for you to mitigate your chargebacks. If you're going to be billing someone on the 15th of every month, notify them on the 12th or the 13th. Let them know that money's going to come out. And why this is a good opportunity for you to provide good customer service. That's number one. And then number two is maybe give some time to transfer money from bank A to bank B to pay for your service, or give some time to give you a call and say, hey, I don't have the money this month. So it doesn't inconvenience them. And last but not least, this doesn't, let's just be honest, someone's going to put gas in their car, because especially now they're going to put gas in their car before they're going to pay for your credit repair service. So it might not just be that if you're not doing work, it might just be in a situation where they just need to get it taken care of. So just notify your customers. And another way to mitigate your chargebacks is at the very end, when you're done closing your business, you've taken the payment, tell the customer, if you have any problems, reach out to us first before you reach out to your bank. This could expedite the process if we have any billing issues. So you're not telling them don't call the bank, because some people don't realize they think calling the bank is easier, or they don't know the impact it has on you as a business owner. So the last question I always like to ask is, why is it important to have a merchant service account? Do we know why?
What is a merchant account?
So what a merchant account is, and I'm glad you said, and that's the reason why we're here. What a merchant account is, it gives you the opportunity to be able to take credit card payments. So Visa, MasterCard, everything. So it's that simple. I mean, how many times have you guys ever been to a business and they say, oh, our credit card machine's down? If you don't have cash, you walk right out. So it's just an ability to be able to take payments, as well in some cases set it up automatically. So you always get that, going. All right. So let's keep going. So we're going to go over the rates that we have over here. Your rate is going to be IC, or cost, plus 2% plus 15 cents a transaction. Now what cost itself is the wholesale rate of the card. So if you're with 5-star processing, 4-star, if you're with our competitors, if you're a restaurant, grocery store, any place that takes Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, you pay the exact same cost. So think of it like this: the fancier the card is, the higher wholesale cost you're going to pay. Now that being said, what's nice about the credit repair industry, you guys actually have one of the lowest wholesale costs in any industry, because most people are going to be paying you with their debit card, because their goal is to get the fancy credit cards. So you're going to wholesale on a debit card is roughly around 0.05%. So you're going to be paying roughly around 2.05% for your transaction. You're going to find what's common in this industry. Some places will tell you that your rate, is 3.95, but what they don't disclose is 3.95 is someone's entering in their PIN number, and nobody enters their PIN number in this business. So your rate actually defaults to 5.95. Now that being said, that's the reason why we always like to talk about how low our rates are, and really why we're proud of them. There is no contract. We have to earn your business every single month. Again, what you're going to find common in this industry is what some places will do is they'll waive your setup fee, but they'll put you in a 3-year contract. So, cancellation fees range from $500 to $700, and you're stuck for 3 years. So, for us, as I said, we have to earn your business every single month. Reserve. Do we know what a reserve is? I always like to ask that question. If you don't know what a reserve is, you can unmute yourself. You can drop it in the chat.
I've heard of it.
So thank you. So what a reserve is like a safety net that the bank puts on, more of like a, to cover their butts, kind of like an overdraft protection for your merchant service account. So if you don't have, someone does a dispute or they charge back and you don't have money in your account, then it taps into your reserve. And naturally, if you don't have money in your reserve, the bank's the one that's out money. And I think we can all agree banks never want to be out money. And what we always tell every customer is between 3 to 6 months, we work with you and we work with the bank to help you get your reserves, reviewed. So this is something I always tell everyone: it's not us 5-star holding your money. We're just your advocate in the process. So 3 to 6 months, you typically will work with you to get your reserves released, removed, brought down, bring your percentage down. I always tell everyone it takes 2 to tango. And, if you guys have any questions for the reserve, we can always help you at that point later regarding more of like the detail of what your reserve looks like. And the reason why I say that is because there will be additional forms that you need to make sure that you sign. So be on the lookout for that for your reserve form. Again, no site visits. We don't do site visits. No, that's a little weird. I think we found out where someone comes to your house, they take a picture of your, if you're a home-based business, they come and take a picture of your office or if you're a retail front, and they submit it to the bank just to verify, if you are real and you actually really own a business. So we trust our clients. We don't do that. Monthly service fee. I think we can all agree that none of you guys would be here unless you're going to make more than $50 a month. I think we can all agree on that one. But that being said, are you guys familiar with what a gateway is, what authorized.net is? You can unmute yourself. You can drop it in the chat.
I don't remember. I heard it before, but I don't remember.
Cool. So what is it's going to give you a variety of things. If you want to be able to take your card number over the phone, what's your card 45321, and then you can bill them. Authorized.net is going to give you the ability to do invoicing. So you can send someone out an email and they can pay it like a formal invoice, reoccurring billing. So, hey, we're going to be billing you on the 15th of every month, and it gives you that feature. And then last but not least, it gives you an ability to be able to do connect stuff to either your website or softwares like Billsby, different third-party softwares through API codes and configuration. So there's certain codes that you're going to have specific to your profile that you can put on your website. And we actually go over that on our YouTube page. So if you go to five-star processing, type that in on YouTube, we actually have videos that go over how to get it set up if you're going to end up using a Billsby, or just to find out some more information related to authorize.net. And then now another thing on authorize.net, which I like to tell everyone, it's kind of like the battery to your remote. So your remote will not work unless you have the battery. So your merchant service account will not work unless you have authorize.net. So after this meeting, you guys are going to hopefully get your merchant account signed up here at 5-star, and then you're going to go out and grab some lunch. You're going to be swiping your card on a physical machine. It's the exact same thing as that, except just virtual. The nice thing I always tell everyone with getting set with 5-star, we actually save you $120 a year just going through us versus going through authorize.net direct. So if you go to authorize.net direct, you're going to pay $25 a month. With us, it's $15, and that's already included in your $50, which is really cool. There's a setup fee of $150, and that's only paid once your merchant service account is approved. And here's the cool thing: no one else offers in our industry. We're very proud to be the first to be able to offer this. We actually help you build your business credit just by joining the 5-star family. So we actually report your payment history, which will be able to help, again, start helping you build your business credit. And then the approval time typically takes 1 to 3 business days for approval. So I say, if you're going to get set up in the next 2 weeks, you want to get your merchant service account done ASAP, because you have your clients. You always want to make sure you have ways to be able to start taking payments. You at least want to have that locked and loaded. Do we have any questions before I move on to the required documents? All right, so let's keep going. So when you're setting up a merchant account with the Stripe, the PayPal, the Square, the process is a lot simpler, and the required documents are a lot less. And what I tell everyone is, when you're setting up a merchant account with us, for our low risk businesses, it's the exact same process. It's very quick. We can get you up and running quickly. As I said, same thing with credit repair, but the documents are just going to be less. But what we're going to do is we're going to go, and the reason why I do say that is just so you guys don't think it's the same for every time we set up a merchant account over here. Now for credit repair, let's go over some of the required documents that we're going to work with you to get, so we can send it to the bank. We're going to ask you for your client agreement. This is the agreement that your clients service. You can use the agreement that's in your software. Just please make sure you put your company name on top. You don't leave a sample agreement, and then you put your prices. Business docs, so articles of incorporation, articles of organization, EIN letter for tax reasons, and 3 months business or 3 months personal bank statements. Do you guys, I always like to stop over here. Do you guys know why the bank needs your bank statements? Any idea? I feel like if we're going to ask you for your bank statements, it's probably appropriate to tell you the reason why.
They want to check if you're a real business.
Check if you're a real business. Yeah, that's partially it. Anyone else have any ideas why you think they want to check your bank statement?
Make sure we have money.
Make sure you have money. You're spot on. So it's a financial stress test. Actually, you both are spot on. So you have to make sure you're a real business, of course, and make sure you have money. So it's a financial stress test that the bank puts on. So in case you get a chargeback or return, do you have the financial capabilities to cover it, or is it going to put you under? So if your ending bank balance is $5 and someone disputed $150, is that going to cause an issue where the bank needs to be worried? So I've had customers submit bank statements with the negative $3,000 ending balance. I've had people submit bank statements with like 64 overdraft fees. We cannot get your merchant service account approved. So I always say, if you're going to give us healthy statements, at least an ending balance of $100 for 3 consecutive months. And here's another thing. Hey, I'm going to go open up my business account today. I don't have business account statements. Then 3 months personal. Or I just opened up my business account last month, but I don't have any activity. 3 months personal. So again, we're not looking if you're shopping at McDonald's or Burger King or what your favorite restaurant is. Again, it's really just to make sure that you're financially good to go. And then one other thing with 2 other things with the bank statements: please submit them in PDF format. Don't don't submit in pictures. We had clients that submitted 27 pictures of each page. So please make sure you submit it correctly with that. And then marketing material. So your active website is your marketing material. If you do not have an active website, we're going to ask you for a flyer or brochure of the products and services that you're offering. So you can go to canva.com, you can go to Poster My Wall. We want to see again what service you're offering. So here's the 2 rules I always tell everyone. Number 1, you want to make sure that you do not use the word trade line when we offer trade lines. And that also the prices that are listed on your website need to match your client agreement. So you can't have on your website we charge $99 a month, but your client agreement says that we charge $299. There needs to be consistency. Government issued ID, you guys need it, we need it just to verify your identity for safety reasons. And then last but not least, a voided check or bank letter where you want us to put the money in. So your bank statements could be at bank A, and then your voided check could be, or your business account could be at bank B. That's okay. And then for bank letter, we just need the account number, routing number, voided check. Here's a little hack that I can recommend if you don't have a voided check, because some people just don't use checks. Go on Google, type in order a box of checks. There's 101 websites where you can order them. You'll put your account number, your routing number in there. And then you get to the screen where you're about to order, click preview, and then just crop out the picture of how your check's going to look, because we cannot use the starter check where it's blank in the corner, the one that the bank gave you. That's just a way to help you get it done. Any questions related to the required documents before I move on to what's next? All right, let's continue. So as you can tell, we're almost done. So if you have any credit blocks with Equifax, we always just tell you to temporarily, unfreeze your credit. I've had customers tell me they just do it for a soft pull. It doesn't show up on their credit report. I'm conservative, so I always just tell everyone, just in case. But again, being in the credit repair industry, people are pretty cautious of their credit, and I don't think I've had one city said it that showed up on their credit report. But again, from me to you, I always say, just keep it, in your mind. It might be a hard inquiry. Now that being said, people typically ask, what's the credit score? I always recommend you want to have at least a 550 credit score if you're going to apply. What's going to happen next? We're going to talk to you over the phone. We're going to gather some information from you for the application, and then we'll send out. Once we gather the information, we'll send out to you for signature. You sign it, you send it back, and then we'll take that along with all of your supporting documents, and then we send it to the bank. Now that's when the whole 1 to 3 business days start. And then, once your merchant account is approved, get your setup fee paid, and then you get your authorized.net login. And then what we always do, we do an approval call. It's not required. If you want to join, you're more than welcome to. But we just go over software integration. We go over authorized.net is, again, just to make sure that you're good to go. And then that's that. I always like to stop over here. If you made it this far, I always like to go over and, give you some extra tips on how you can grow your business. So how many people in here would like to grow their business and get more customers? You can unmute yourself. You can drop it in the chat if you want to be able to get more customers.
Always.
I only got 2 people. There we go. So I swear by this because it's worked for me. I've made my money 10 times over. And you can go to a place called, it's called BNI. BNI, it's a worldwide networking organization. And in your local area, you might find a variety of different chapters. And the whole point of BNI is your goal is to give referrals as well as get referrals. That's really the whole root of it. And what's nice about BNI is once you join a specific chapter, no one else can join based on your industry type. So if you're coming in there as a credit repair company, no one else can hop in and join credit repair. And typically most chapters you're going to find, always a real estate agent, loan officer. So you're by default going to have opportunity to get referrals from them, as well as, first-time home buyer workshops. BNI chapter that I was in, so we were in California. It was around $600 to join for the full year. But I mean, you figure if you're charging $99 a month, just 6 customers in a whole year. And my thing on it is it's less than $5 a day for a cup of coffee. And last but not least, it's one of those things where nobody wants to spend money, but at least if you're going to spend $600, You're dealing with people that are very, very serious. You're not dealing with people that are just, joking around. And at the end of the day, you also in a room with a whole bunch of business owners that might need their credit fixed, or credit fixed for any lending products. So hopefully that was a cool tip, and you guys have the opportunity to learn something. All right. So I'm going to go over some other cool products we have over here at 5-Star. We have what we call our so 5-Star is much more than just a payment processing company. We realized that early on that we really strive to help our clients grow their business. So we offer what we call our 5-Star perks. In there, you're going to get a variety of net 30 accounts. You're going to get educational classes, business resources, lending, and so much more. We have stuff specifically for the credit repair industry. For example, we have discounts on outsourcing. So if you want someone to help, take care of the outsourcing on your behalf, I know they charge $25 a round. Going through 5-Star, it's $20 a round, which is nice. So you get a discount. There's also virtual assistants. So if you need someone to help you take care of the incoming calls, help you manage your business, help you grow your business, and you're looking for a VA, you get 5% off going through 5-Star. So if you remember those old coupon books when you were a little kid where you got a discount, it's kind of like that, discount like Sizzlers or any of those restaurants. It's kind of like that, except it's just for, resources. You'll see affiliate programs, our affiliate program, which we can actually earn money and help people build their business credit. And you can actually help people get signed up for this, and you can become an affiliate for that, as well as affiliate stuff specifically for the credit repair industry. So this itself is $9.99 a month, and it's something that we do report. So our sign up process is very simple. You have 2 ways to get signed up. Number one is you can shoot us a text to 916-306-1141. Then you can text CR Merchant. Or if you're like, hey, I'm not a texter, I rather email, and you can email sales@5starprocessing.com. And when you email sales, just make sure you put in the subject title CR Merchant, so we know you're from the credit repair industry. Hey, I want to get, this is just a little overwhelming. I want to have a one-on-one call. You can still shoot us a text, so we can have a one-on-one conversation to answer any questions that you may need help with. Additionally, you will be getting an email after this with this video, so you do have it for your record. Hey, I'm going to open up my merchant account in the next, week. I just need to go get my bank account going. Shoot us that text message or email today, just so at least we can lock in and we can book your appointment. So when you're ready, you're ready to go. And that's all I have. One thing I always like to end with is, I always like to end with some, giving you guys a tip to help you guys close business. So if anyone here would like to get any insight of how you guys can actually close more business, something that worked for me, that you guys would like a tip on closing more businesses when you're in front of your customers for credit repair. Who would like a tip on that one? You can unmute yourself. You don't have to, but who would like to learn how to close more business for your credit repair business?
Sure, why not?
All right. So this is something that worked for me. Hopefully, it might work for you. Again, this is just from me to you, and this might not work in all cases. So, case by case, but one thing I say to everyone is, if you're going to request them to pay a number, you want to sell a number. So let me be more specific. Mr. Customer, you have $13,621 in negative or derogatory items in collections on your credit report. And it's only going to cost you $99 a month for us to dispute, those inaccuracies. So what happens is, next month rolls around, you go back to customer, you say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, we were able to remove, $5,421 on your credit report. And it's going to cost you $99 for the following month. Versus telling someone, hey, you have 10 collections on your credit report, and next month you end up removing 9 out of 10. They're happy, they're going to pay 1 more month of your service, right? But now that last item is verified and it's not coming off. So, sometimes people just don't think about that. They just say, hey, 1 month they got 9 out of 10, this should be easy. And they can't comprehend, the situation that, is really going on. So that's why I say, for me, I always talk about numbers. And then again, it's also a good gauge of the customer you're dealing with. If they don't see the value in that whole situation, you might not want them as a client. It might just be a good filtering system. So hopefully that was just a way to help you guys, help you guys with your closing. Always try to provide value to your customers. And then I know you guys see this in the corner, the $100. So I'm just going to go ahead and show it to you. If you guys enjoyed this class, it was great for you. You learned a lot. You're ready to sign up for your merchant account. What you can do is you can let everyone know if you're in any credit repair groups, if you're a mentor, if you're in any of these types of groups. Hey, I took 5-star processing merchant service class. It was awesome. I loved it. Any shout out you give, take a screenshot and send it to sales@5starprocessing.com, and then you could enter in to a drawing to win a $100 gift card. Just a way for us to say thank you for joining. We really appreciated it. Hopefully you learned a lot, and you're hopefully going to join our 5-star family. So again, text 916-306-1141, see our merchant, or you can shoot us the email. And that's that. If you guys have any questions, I'm here to answer them. If not, thank you so much, and you guys have an awesome day. And the other thing I always like to tell everyone is we do have a YouTube channel. So again, visit us at 5-star Pro. You can go on YouTube, type in 5-star processing. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we do have a lot of other videos that are on there, and we keep rolling out new videos to help educate our small business owners. Again, thank you so much, and have an awesome day.